So after looking deep into my YouTube channel to see where the problem was, I started to notice, but a lot of people enjoyed my gear review videos for my honesty as well, because I'm always dead honest. If it were rubbish, it were rubbish. I would never bid in a piece of camping equipment up what were any good. And then about, let's say, 4 weeks ago, I get a Onewind hammock thing sent out to me, like a chair toilet thing, and it caused a little bit of trouble with on the channel. And then Onewind come back to me and says, Dan, we've got this other hammock, would you like to look at it? And I started thinking, why not? Let's take it to the channel and let's see what people think about it, because this hammock is different to the rest of the hammocks that are on the internet at this moment. It's a hammock, you can lay in it, you can sit in it, but what is so different? I know that's what you're going to ask me, but what we'll do is we'll get to where we need to be, my little bit of permission woodland, we'll get the hammock set up and then you'll see it. Now I'm in this beautiful bit of woodland. It seems to have quietened down over the last few months with all the people coming in, misusing it and treating it like just a DOS area, to be truthful. So I may come back a few times over winter in here with the hot tents. I'm still planning my exciting video for August I'm going to be doing. If you subscribe to the channel, you know I've probably mentioned that a few times, not giving much information away about it. I don't really want to give too much away, just in case it doesn't happen. But I'm still planning massively for that video. So I do need to actually pick 2 trees, and I know from that tree all the way to that tree is perfect to set hammocks up. So I've only had this hammock out just to see where the straps were, because I could only see one strap round the top and I didn't think the other straps came. Now it's a clear, and the bag is see-through what the hammock comes in. It's got some little draw straps there, a little Onewind sign. Yeah, it's a mesh bag. I'll be able to cut down the weight whacking myself in the head with the cord there. But yeah, I couldn't see all the straps, and then when I opened them up, there was one round the top, and then inside the hammock there was another 3 sets. So this is a lay flat hammock. I've seen the nightcap one, I've seen the other Onewind one, but I've not seen a hammock like this before. There's holes in it because it's mesh, and it's 1,600 holes per square inch. Wow. I'm over all of this. Now, first thing I believe we need to do is get the tree straps set up. I believe that is going to be the first thing. So as you can see, there's 2 straps around the tree. One on the left and one on the right. I'll get it, boy. Good. So basically, you got 2 straps. Run round one side so it comes this side. Run round the other side so it comes off like this. And that's where each side of the hammock is going to attach to it, so it pulls it out to be a lay flat hammock. Like that. So there's one. And then the other one gets pulled round and makes the second one like that, and it gives the distance there, and then that's what goes into the hammock. So we do need to repeat this side as well. Now this is going to be a bit bigger straps, because you can see how the tree goes off in 2. I just thought about showing you straps as well. They come with this elastic band on. We're looking at this together. I've not had it out, I've not had it up, so whatever else I'm doing within this video, any mistakes, we're doing it together. Right, so on one end you get this hoop, and then once you put it around the tree, you get the other end, and you just put it through like that, and then you just pull it, and obviously your tree is in the center of the hoop there. So let's get that in place, do both again, and then we'll get to the exciting part in setting out the hammock. I'll tell you something, it's pretty handy having this two tree here, because you can just put one round each of it. Right, we might just need to bring this one up a little bit. Mind you, I think this side's a bit too high to be truthful, so we might need to take them down actually. We'll have a look at that, we'll adjust it as we go along. And with these straps you get a buckle. All you have to do is hook it behind the buckle like this. Let the buckle thing drop. And get it through there, easy said and done. And then you're just pulling it. And as you pull it, the hammock gets higher, puts tension on. If you want it to take a bit of tension off, you just lower it down, take some of the tension off. But obviously we want tension on because we're going to be setting it up. So I'm not sure if these are meant to be in. So I do need to work out to take them out or not. You know, we'll take them out. It's actually stopping the area where the bars go in, so we'll remove them. So when you attach the poles, you'll know exactly which one. The longer one you will not get in here, no matter what, it will stay. And what you have to do is, if you just look at this part here, you'll know that is for the two section pole. When you come over here, it's a lot wider, like I said. Perfect for the free one. But it does look quite weird. See how it goes up there like that? Wonder if that's what it means by the bridge. But yeah, very, very unique design. Sort of look likes. Anyway, yeah. Leave it as that. But yeah, look at that, fully mesh. You can see through the bottom of the hammock and through it. So when taking them off, you simply just hold one side and unscrew it like that. Very easy. The first one I tried biting and pulling, but yeah, you just unscrew it and it comes off. Another thing, for a netting above your head, I don't know if Onewind are designing this stuff themselves, or a lot of people who use their equipment are suggesting little ideas, but this is fantastic. Instead of fastening this bungee cord round the tree to make sure you get the right tension, they've added this, and then at the end there's a little hoop system there. Look at that. So once you wrap it around the tree, and you can squeeze it there as well, once you wrap it around the tree, you put it over that hoop like that, and then when you want to tension it, you just squeeze that there and do all your adjustments. But in the morning you could just go, and it'll just release it. Onewind are really, you know, really designing their stuff very cleverly. I like that a lot. It makes it a lot easier for people getting into camping who are not, you know, completely skilled up on all the knots and stuff like that. You can't go wrong with that. Even I can use that. Look at that. You've got a little tree, you've got a big tree. You know, it makes no difference. Whichever one takes your fancy. That is fantastic. What a clever design. One thing you don't want to do is have the mosquito net, or the top net let's say, really tight, high up as you can, because when you get in the hammock, your body weight is going to push the hammock down, and if you've done that too tight, what's going to happen is you're going to stretch it, and there's always a possibility, but it can rip. So you don't need to do it too tight. Leave a little bit of play in it for when you lay down. There's plenty of play in that there. Right, let's have a quick look over, and then I'm actually nervous. I'm just gonna say as it is, I'm actually nervous about this hammock, because when you think about laying on mesh, there's that thought in your head, is it gonna go through on you? Because having a fully mesh hammock is incredible. I think it's great. I think it's great how they're trying these new things, and they're willing to take, I'm on about Onewind here, and they're willing to take these chances in making equipment like this. Because it's a massive gamble, isn't it? You look at hammocks, you know, they're mainly all the same, quite a solid piece of material on the bottom, and then a mosquito net. But they make this one see-through. I'm talking because I'm slightly nervous to getting in it, and I would love to know what Scott thinks about sleeping in a hammock like this, because you're not getting that banana shape. It's a lay flat hammock, completely lay flat hammock. Now I do know I could do with hiring that side up over there. If I just show you what I mean, I can just turn you around. You see how this side here seems to be leaning a bit? That side's pretty flat. This side here has got a bit of a lean, so I do need to go and just adjust that side, because if not, when you get in it, I'm going to be, you know, sloping down a little bit, so I do need to level that out. Right, there we go, that's a lot better. I just undid it and moved it up a little bit. Very easy. That there, the shape of it, you know, your head and your shoulders are going to be there. That's going to be the bottom of your back. Will that add to the comfortness? And your feet are definitely going to be there. But I would be intrigued if you do ever think about making an underquilt for this, just how it would work. But that is it, just like that. And like I said earlier, you don't need to do these. Look how much slack I've got it there. And you come to the top, it's basically like a ridgeline idea. Look how much slack there is. Look how you can see through it. Right, let's give it the test. Well, let's check out the zips actually. Yeah, nice flowing zip there. I like that. You can take it all the way around as well, and you can actually remove the top part so it doesn't need to be on the hammock. So one thing I do like about it is when you're taking the net off or putting it on, you don't have a gap in between zips, because you just take this half off here and unzip it to over there, and the next one to here. And then I thought, well, is there going to be a joining gap where the zip ends? Well, no, because you see there where the zip ends here, if I can get you on the inside of it, there's quite a big gap there where the next one starts, so it overlays itself by, I'd say, a good 2.5 inch. I'm glad about that. I'm glad they don't left it open so there's a small gap. They've actually crossed it perfect. Good thinking. And I'll tell you another thing, I'm liking the look of the stitching on here. Look at that. There's some strengthening material here. Strange seeing your hand through a hammock. Right, let's continue taking the top net off. There we go. It comes off very easy. Like that. So a nice summer's day, could just lay in that. One thing Onewind could think about doing is, if you've just taken the net off, you know, for a couple of hours, and you know you're going to put it back on, they could have done like some tie points here, so you could just roll the net up single-handedly here, roll the net up like that, you know, you just hook it in place. You know, 3 of them maybe. 1, 2, 3. And then that will be up out of the way like that. But now let's have a look how hard it is to put it back on. And like I said earlier, there's the 2 zips. You can see the distance with the zips there, can't you? So this might be me being slightly picky. There's just one thing I think Onewind could have done. Now let me know what you think about it in the comments, please. I'll just spin you around. Now see here, when you're attaching the zips, I think one of the zips could have been better, you know, being a different colour paracord there to the other side, so you know exactly which one you're pulling. Because when I did this side here, it just got a little bit confusing. I know it's silly and it's a zip, but if just one side of the zip were orange like the logo Onewind, then that'd make it just a little bit easier, just so you're not pulling the same ones. But it takes seconds just to put the netting back on. So I moved you a bit closer to see the drop that I'm on about. Why not to do the top netting too tight? Wow, this feels strange getting into a hammock full of mesh. I've only been in it a few seconds and I have confidence to bounce in the hammock. Wow. I say I've only been in it a few. Ooh. Now that ridge in the centre, I don't know about that. That ridge ain't making it feel very nice at all. I can feel I'm on a bit of a slope, so I'm just going to get out and adjust the straps on this tree over here and try and bring it up a little bit, because I'm laying on a slope going downwards. Right, so I do believe that is a bit better actually now. It feels strange not having the normal hammock feeling, you know, the material close by. And at the top end here, where your head goes, it's a massive pocket. So you could put your head torch there, maybe your phone, you know, stuff like that. I like the idea of that, the thought about putting a pocket in it. That's how you know which is the head end actually then. But yeah, and that, you know, ridge at the beginning, now I've hired it up, it actually feels quite comfortable on the bottom of your back. Would you believe it if I told you I have more confidence laying in this hammock when it's fully mesh? A fully mesh hammock, you can see the floor, you can see everywhere. I have more confidence laying in this hammock than I do any other hammocks. And I'm finding that very unusual for me, because I'm a massive tent user. But to be sat in this hammock like this, and like I've said a million times, it's fully mesh, and I've got the confidence to move, look, to bounce, to move it around. Wow, I've got all the confidence in it. Sit sideways, I don't know, do whatever you want to do. I'm sitting sideways in a hammock, in a not mosquito net, I don't know what to call it, in a fully mesh hammock. I'm sitting sideways in it. And what I do like as well is, you know the mosquito net at the top? They've offset it a little bit to one side. Clever move. I'm impressed with the pocket. The material's not tight either, you know when you get in a hammock and it's quite tight round yourself and you're like, oh God, this feels uncomfortable. No, I won't feel that. Side sleeping. Let's check this out together. Let's do everything together. I've got full confidence in here, but I can just lay down. Wow. side sleeping. Yeah, it's a lay flat hammock. It's not like a normal hammock. The shape's like a banana. But this, think of it like a bathtub idea. You know your bathtub? That is what it feels like, but comfortable. And I am blown away with this hammock. Like I said a million times, it's a mesh hammock. And the bug net mesh is different to the mesh that I'm laying on. There's a slight difference. I'll put all the information, a link to it in the description, because for me to sit here, start reeling off all these big names and stuff, I'd get it completely wrong. But I know the bottom is 20D nylon. It's got 1,600 squares, holes in it, let's say, within a square inch. Wow. I don't know if Onewind thought of this themselves or somebody else did, but whoever thought of it, well, that's a bit of a pose, isn't it? Yeah, so whoever thought of it, brilliant idea. I really hope as well, it's whoever thought of it, I hope it was somebody who does hammock camping. I really do. So this material here is what's giving it a lot of the strength. You can see it runs all the way both sides of the hammock, and that actually goes to your poles here. So that is helping with the strength of this hammock. Now there's a little bit of stitching problems going on here, but it's not causing any issues that I can see of. There's a little bit of material going on there. Definitely a wide end for your feet, isn't it? And you've still got a lot of room, you know, to pull the net up. But you've seen me earlier, I didn't set it up too tight. And this is definitely an arm reach away from me and from the sides. None of the material is coming in on me. Now, how can I seriously compare this hammock to any other hammock that I've got? The other Onewind lay flat hammock, let's say. I'm folding my feet, people. I'm you know, I'm in a hammock like this. Their one, it's not as good as this. And then you've got the nightcap ones. What's slightly different, but it's sort of the same idea. But I don't think, as a camping hammock, I've seen one like this. Fully mesh, see-through, well designed. You can tell, but Onewind's made this, found issues, and sorted it out. You can tell that 100%. What am I impressed with, you might ask? Now, I'm impressed with the zips, how they overlap each other by about 2 inch, give or take. Yeah, they overlap each other, so they don't just join, and then there's the gap there for, you know, flies or insects to get through. If they wish, they do cross over, and that's good. Like I say, give or take 2 inch. I like, but the head end is noticeable by the pocket, and it's the 3-pole one. So if someone's getting it who's new, who's not, you know, been hammock camping before, they can work that out very easy. The foot end is a bit big, but it gives you that room to move. I just like the whole idea of it. There's nothing that I could really say is a negative towards the hammock. Yeah, this, when this is off, it should have a couple of tie-out points here. 1, 2, 3, you know, both ends in the centre, where you can just fasten that, you know, and keep it up out of your way. You could take it off, it's very easy to do that, but be easy just to do that. And then the cords around the zips, just separate the colours. You know, because when you try to zip it up, it's like, is that for this? And you're pulling them, separate them. Do one orange, one set orange, one set black. You'll know then which is which. There's no else that I can truly say about this hammock. So yeah, it's ripstop nylon. One thing I'm going to say, and this is me, hands on heart, and anybody who's been hammock camping in the past will completely agree. The setup just like that with a sleeping bag in it, it's not a winter setup. You do not want to camp in that in winter at all. Women do great equipment for the other hammocks. This is just a lazy summer's day hammock. A summer's night, let's say, if you want to be in it like that. Use your sleeping bag. You could use an insulation mat inside it if you want, but I believe you would not want to use that in the winter time as it is. Have I finally come across one piece of equipment what a company has sent out what has no faults on it? Now, I'm not just saying it because Onewind sent me it. I'm not just saying it because I've had Onewind equipment and stuff. I'm not saying anything like that. What I'm saying is, I think Onewind's come to the market with a completely different design and says, what do you think about this? And I think it's great, honestly. If you're looking at buying it, just don't hesitate. Just go buy it. Now, I don't even really know how much this is, so I'm going to get on the line now. Get on the line. Get on the internet. Get on the website, and I'm just going to see how much this is. So I've just looked on their website. £135. I'm not just saying because they sent me it. I'm not just saying because I've dealt with Woodman for a long time. I've got a lot of their equipment. I can't knock their underquilts, the top quilts and stuff for winter camping. This is unique and it's brilliant. That's all I can say. So there's a bit of a tip here for you. You'll get these little rubber like bullet things what come on the end of the spreader bars. Just keep them and try pushing back on when packing the hammock away. It'll just save it ripping through the bag out like that. Very easy. So I'm quickly going to read through a couple of measurements. So the foot end is 74 centimeters, 29 inch. The head end is 107 centimeters, 42 inch. The length of it is 2.1 meters. So if you're 6'9", you'll be all right in it. That's basically all they say. And it weighs 1.8 grams. Kilograms, sorry. Grams, that'd be a lightweight hammock, wouldn't it? Yeah, 1.8 kilos. Pack down size is 41 centimeters by 11 centimeters. Now, it doesn't say how much weight that can hold. You definitely should put that on. Did I get that right? 1.8 kilos. I'm sure on their website I've seen two weights, 1.4 kilos and 1.8 kilos. But if you're just coming to Woodland to relax for the day, that's all right, just as it is. Now, I know someone's going to say there's better ones on the market, all this and this. It's each to their own. What I would say is check out Onewind, check out all the equipment they've got. They've got loads of stuff there. I would share a affiliation link in the description for you, but apparently it doesn't seem to work when people want to use it. Don't know why. If you go on their website and say you've got a promotion code, if you put EWM23, you should save a little bit of money buying it. And what that does, it builds me credit with them for next time I want to get something like happened with this. Simple as that for me. Thanks for watching about this. I hope you found it interesting. Unique, different type of hammock. Basically we're laying it, but it's a different design. If you want to see more of me and what I get up to, press this here. I hope you subscribe to the channel, and I'll share a link up there for you. Check that out if you want. But for me and this, I'm going to go enjoy it for a couple more hours.